Hey, what's up guys? NixB1HD here and welcome back to episode number 15 of our F1 2012 Caterham career mode. And in today's episode we have got the Japanese Grand Prix around the iconic Suzuka circuit. So before we get into qualifying, make sure you guys drop a like on the video if you are enjoying this series. Make sure you subscribe for more, and let's get into qualifying here for the Japanese Grand Prix. Right, okay, qualifying day here for the Japanese Grand Prix. Rounding the final corner. Right, okay, qualifying does come to a close here for the Japanese Grand Prix, and it is Lewis Hamilton that does take pole position ahead of his McLaren teammate Jenson Button, with Fernando Alonso starting out in P3, Sebastian Vettel starting in 4th, Kimi Raikkonen in 5th, Mark Webber in 6th, ahead of the other Lotus of Roman Grosjean in 7th. Felipe Massa in 8th, with ahead of his former teammate, ahead of his former Ferrari teammate, 7-time world champion Michael Schumacher in 9th, and Kyumu Kobayashi, who of course did pick up a podium in the real life 2012 Japanese Grand Prix, coming home. Rounding out the top 10. So let's jump straight into the Japanese Grand Prix. Right, okay, here we are then, ready for the Japanese Grand Prix. Taking a look at the race strategy for the race today here around Suzuka. We've got 27 laps ahead of us here for the Japanese Grand Prix. We're going to be starting on the option tyres. Then we're going to be pitting lap 10 for a set of the prime tyres. So let's just jump straight into the Japanese Grand Prix here around Suzuka. Right, okay, here we are then, ready for the Japanese Grand Prix. Here in Suzuka, 27 laps ahead of us this afternoon. And it is lights out, and away we go for the Japanese Grand Prix. Let's, we're just going to take it nice and easy as we try and get just trying to see if we can get a run on Charles Pick there, but not quite. Okay. Okay. apparently that was a very aggressive overtake, but yeah, personally I don't see anything. I didn't see anything wrong with that, but yeah. Anyways, P23. Okay. Through the Casio triangle we go. So we do. So we're on to lap 3, as we did go very, very deep, going through the Casio triangle there. As De La Rosa does manage to get past the Marussia of Timo Glock. If you guys did miss the last episode of our F1 2012 career mode from the Singapore Grand Prix, I would definitely recommend checking that one out if you guys haven't already. Yeah. And also, if you guys haven't seen the latest episode of our F1 25 Racing Balls career mode, again, I would definitely recommend checking that one out if you guys haven't already. So Lewis Hamilton does set the fastest lap, which of the Japanese Grand Prix. Okay, so we're going to get DRS off Glock. Okay, so do go a bit wide there. And we do go for a spin. Thankfully we didn't did crash out or anything. That's really gonna cost us some time. So we've drained the Kers, trying to close up to, trying to see if we can close back up to Timo Glock. As Timo Glock trying to get back past Pedro De La Rosa. Copy. So the Pirelli polystyrene board has been the one I crashed into has been looked like it's been put back, but. Plenty more sim racing content to come your way on the channel. Of course, we've only got 6 races left of this career mode series. Of course, we're getting very, very close towards the end of this series. So we've got the Korean Grand Prix, the Indian Grand Prix, and then the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Then the penultimate race is around the United States Grand Prix around Austin, Texas. Of course, the Austin, Texas, that was its debut season of the United States Grand Prix around Austin, Texas, back in 2012. So. Okay, Lewis Hamilton once again setting the fastest lap of the race. Okay, so we're on to the penultimate lap. Before we dive into the pits. Little bit of contact there. Timo Glock. Okay, so the team want us to box at the end of this lap, which yeah, we are going to be pitting at the end of this lap, going over to set the prime tyres to see us through to the check flag.
Be aware, we think the car behind is trying to save fuel.
as long as we can finish ahead of both as long as if we can finish ahead of both Marussia cars, that would be really good. Okay. Yep, copy. Okay, into the pits we go. Hopefully a nice, clean, tidy stop. So Timo Glock looks like he's diving in to the pits. Right, let's go.
The track is clear.
Okay. Okay, so we have got the jump on.
You have no more scheduled pit stops, so look after your tyres.
Okay, so we did get the jump on Timo Glock in the pits, which is good. So as soon as our F1 2012 Caterham career mode has concluded, we will be jumping over to F1 2013, and we are going to be racing for Force India, which I'm really excited about.
Seconds between you and the car behind. See if you can increase the gap.
And our teammate is going to be former Sky F1 pundit and commentator, Paul de Resta.
You're coming up to one of the HRT cars. We think the car behind is running on full revs. He's trying to close the gap.
So De La Rosa currently 4.5 seconds up the road. so we're currently 3 seconds clear of the Marussia of Timo Glock. But yeah, as I was saying, as soon as our F1 2012 Caterham career mode has concluded, which I've really enjoyed, it's been a really good fun series. Some of you guys may not know, F1 2012 was actually the first ever Formula 1 game that I ever played, so yeah, this game definitely does hold a special place in my heart. It really does, and is probably one of my favourites. So I really do enjoy this game. And then of course we are still doing our F1 25 Racing Balls career mode. Like I said earlier, if you guys haven't seen the latest episode of that series from the Hungarian Grand Prix around the Hungaroring, I would definitely recommend checking that one out if you guys haven't already. And so in that series we have got the Dutch Grand Prix as the next Grand Prix in that series. Of course, this is the final year of the Dutch Grand Prix on the calendar, so yeah. And of course, also we are still yeah, and so as soon as our F1 20, as soon as our F1 25 V-Carb career mode has concluded, we will be jumping onto F1 24. We are going to be doing our F1 24 Alpine career mode, which I'm excited about. So we are going to be replacing Esteban Ocon. Okay, so it's been a crashing. Okay, copy. But yeah, our F1 24 Alpine career mode, we have replaced Esteban Ocon, and we are going to be teaming up with Pierre Gasly. And then after that series has concluded, we will be jumping onto F1 23, and we are going to be doing our Williams career mode, and we are going to be teaming up with Alex Albon and replacing Logan Sargent. And then after that, from F1 23 all the way up to F1 25, we are going to be jumping into our F2 career modes, which I'm very excited about. And then once our F1 2013 Force India career mode has concluded, we will jump into our F1 2014 Lotus career mode, and we are going to be teaming up with Romain Grosjean. And then after that, we will be jumping onto the PlayStation 4 era of the F1 games. So we are going to be playing through F1 2015 all the way up to F1 22. So yeah, that's the plan. man. Oh.
There's 6 seconds between you and the car behind. Keep pushing.
Okay, so we're 6.3 seconds clear of Timo Glock, which is good.
Gap is
Okay,
currently
7
between
seconds.
you and the car ahead. We have a 6-second gap over the car behind. Come on.
Okay, so we're 6.9 seconds clear. So De La Rosa's 6.9 seconds ahead of us, but we are 6.5 seconds clear ahead of the Marussia of Timo Glock. Okay, so Fernando Alonso, he does set the fastest lap of the Japanese Grand Prix.
Behind, gap 7 plus.
Okay, so Lewis Hamilton, he is still currently leading the Japanese Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel, he does take the fastest lap of the race. But Fernando Alonso
7 seconds between you and the car ahead.
takes the fastest lap. Once again here in Suzuka. of course, we did have the Belgian Grand Prix yesterday. Of course, Max Verstappen taking home the race victory in the sprint race, but Oscar Piastri taking home the race victory in the Grand Prix. In the Grand Prix, which which means Oscar Piastri further extends his lead in the Drivers' World Championship ahead of his teammate Lando Norris, and Charles Leclerc, rounding, of course, did win the Belgian Grand Prix all the way back in 2019, and of course that was his first race victory in Formula One and for Ferrari. But it was a oh no. Yeah, it was a very interesting race, to say the least. Of course, it did get delayed because of the rain, the race start. And of course.
Blue flag conditions. Let the car immediately behind through. You're not racing him.
Okay.
We think the car behind is running on full revs. He's trying to close the gap.
Okay, so Sebastian Vettel, he does set fastest lap of the race. But of course, Formula One returns once again this weekend. Of course, it's the Hungarian Grand Prix around the Hungaroring. So in our F125 career mode series, we have managed to overtake the Real Life 2025 season. Oh. So I don't think we are going to be catching up to De La Rosa. However, I think we are going to be finishing ahead of Timo Glock.
Okay, we need you to make way for the car behind. Hake is landing a few seconds faster than you.
Yeah, copy. So there goes the Lotus of Kimi Raikkonen. At least I've managed to get a few points for the Caterham team, which is good. Because of course their time in F1, of course they didn't score any points whatsoever.
You need to let the car behind you pass. He's not racing you for position. Back up to speed. Wave blue conditions no longer apply.
Lewis Hamilton once again does set the fastest lap of the race. Okay, through the Casio triangle we go.
The gap is increasing over Glock. He's around 3 seconds a lap slower than you.
Lewis Hamilton once again in the fastest lap. There goes the Toro Rosso of Daniel Ricciardo.
There's a 12-second gap.
So we're 12. Yep. Thank you, Andy. Yep, 12-second gap separating myself and Timo Glock. So we're into lap 25 out of 27. So we've got 3 more laps to go of the Japanese Grand Prix. So in terms of when we move over to the PlayStation 4 era of our F1 career modes, F1 2015 we are going to be racing for Sauber. F1 2016 as Lewis Hamilton yet again taking the fastest lap of the race. F1 2016 we are going to be racing for Manor Racing. F1 2017 we're going to be racing for McLaren. F1 2018 we're going to be racing for Red Bull. F1 2019 we're going to be racing for Ferrari. F1 2020 we're going to be racing for Haas. F1 2021 we're going to be racing for Aston Martin. And F1 22 we're going to be racing for Mercedes. Okay. Okay, so we're on to the penultimate lap. Oh no.
Blue flag conditions. Let the car immediately behind through. You're not racing in.
Okay, thankfully we didn't clip the barrier, we did avoid the polystyrene Pirelli board. As Lewis Hamilton will win the Japanese Grand Prix.
The car behind is currently 7 seconds.
And Hamilton will take the fastest lap of the race as well. But as we are going to come through for, excuse me, from P24 to P22. So we are going to achieve the team's objective. Okay, break. The Casio triangle. Up towards the line, and it is P22. Right, okay, having a look at our race results, and it is Lewis Hamilton that does take home the race victory here in Suzuka, with Jenson Button finishing in P2, so a 1-2 finish for McLaren, with Sebastian Vettel in the other Red Bull in the Red Bull rounding out the podium finishers, with 2007 World Champion Kimi Raikkonen finishing in 4th. Mark Webber in the other Red Bull finishing in 5th, with Roman Grosjean in 6th. Had a 2-time World Champion Fernando Alonso in 7th, with his Ferrari teammate Felipe Massa finishing in 8th. and the two Saubers of Kiyumi Kobayashi and Sergio Perez rounding out the top 10. So taking a look at the Drivers' Championship standings, Lewis Hamilton does have a 3-point lead over Fernando Alonso, with Jenson Button in P3, Sebastian Vettel in 4th, Mark Webber in 5th, Michael Schumacher in 6th, Sergio Perez in 7th, Nico Rosberg in 8th, Kiyumu Kobayashi level on points with Felipe Massa in 10th place, Kimi Raikkonen, 2007 world champion, 10 points behind Kobayashi and Massa, Roman Grosjean in 12th, we're currently in 13th, Jean-Eric Verne in 14th, Pastor Maldonado in 15th, Nico Hulkenberg 16th, and Bruno Senna in 17th, and it is just Paul di Resta, Daniel Ricciardo, Pedro de la Rosa, our teammate Heikki Kovalainen, Charles Pic, Naren Carter-Kane and Timo Glock all yet to score points this season. So taking a look at the constructors standings, McLaren are still leading the way. They have got 118 point lead over Red Bull in P2, Ferrari in 3rd, Mercedes in 4th, Sauber in 5th, Lotus in 6th, Caterham ourselves in 7th, Williams in 8th, level on points with 9th place Toro Rosso, and it is just Force India, the final team to score a point this season, with HRT and Marussia yet to score a point this season. But that is going to be the end of this episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you guys have, make sure you guys drop a like on the video if you have enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe for more, and I will see you guys for some more sim racing content very soon.